Hey guys, it's Raspberry Gem Gaming here, and today this video is absolutely different. It's not a reaction video, it's more like an analysis video and just sort of giving my view or analysis on another person's video. By the way, this video is from Black Seat Sakurai. He's a lovely content creator and you should go support him in any way you can. His link is in the description below. Sorry, I have trouble with words sometimes. This video is about, are the Mario RPGs games canon? This video is about, are the Mario RPGs canon? But like what I'm going to be doing is just sort of putting my point of view every time he says something that I disagree with. Just giving some constructive criticism to his video. I don't mean to like, if you disagree with this point of view, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just giving my take on it, and I sort of disagreed with a lot of it, so that's why I kind of suggested making this video today. Yeah, just to give my point of view on this entire video. Well, we'll just skip into the bit.
The Mario RPGs. I left these games mostly untouched in my initial video for one simple reason: determining whether these games are canon.
If you want me to talk about a map of the Mario universe, I'll check that out as well. But we might as well just get into this one first. Let's see how well this video does though. If the creator wants me to take this down, I most definitely will.
Or whether any of these Marios,
but it's more from a criticized standpoint,
is a mind-bending exercise that quickly turns into
It's true, because like in the way I see it is, Mario isn't like all the Paper Mario, like Paper Mario, RPG Mario, and the main canon Mario aren't the same Mario. Honestly, they're from just different realities of a multiverse or something like that, or like from different timelines, I guess. All right, back to it.
Seriously, are the Mario RPGs canon? Is a question that makes Donkey Kong's familial lineage.
I mean, it's honestly how you define canon. If you're defining canon by like a multiverse standpoint, then yes, it's canon. But if you're saying it from like just the mainline games like Odyssey, Sunshine, Super Mario Bros, Donkey Kong, what was it? Donkey Kong, like the original arcade game, and Mario Bros, the plumber, the old arcade game as well. Those games are considered the mainline games, but yeah, that's what I consider canon.
But who are we to let that stop us?
I don't know what the lineage of that is.
Let's try our best. Now, whether it's Super Mario RPG, the Paper Mario series, or the Mario Luigi series, these games have such a significantly different set of locations and characters from the main games that one's first instinct
they actually do. Because like, yeah, you would think that it takes place in a different reality due to all the locations not being familiar to Mario and his friends. Like it's constantly shifting, and it doesn't make any sense. They must stick to one reality. It's sort of Nintendo's way of just changing their game's formula to match with what people want. Like if you want something, like the player wants something new, but like that throws away the consistency of the story.
Them may be to view them as side stories that are just fundamentally incompatible with the mainline canon.
That's true, because like I see that Super Mario RPG is just like a when the timeline splits like into the Paper Mario timeline and then the RPG timeline where Mario and Luigi take place.
Interpretations of the Mario universe in one form or another.
God, that realistic Mario scares me.
Square Enix, not Nintendo, made Super Mario RPG, so perhaps it's just their take on the universe. Paper Mario was quite literally called Mario Story in Japan, and its paper storybook aesthetic can easily be interpreted as confirmation that it's all taking place inside of a book. Framing.
Yeah, because most of the Paper Mario series takes place within an actual book that is in another alternative universe. That's the Paper Mario book is in the Mario RPG universe. Not the mainline Mario universe, the RPG universe, if that's not too hard to understand.
That separates it from the mainline Mario canon. If only it were so simple. You see, as the side series grew over the years, this became a really difficult position to hold, because more and more nods and
failed to include Bowser's inside story.
Back in the mainline Mario canon. There are tons of examples of this.
Yeah, I think, yeah, he's going to go on, like, he's putting nostalgia and references and Easter eggs into the main canon. Easter eggs, references, and anything that has to do with, like, other media from the main timeline shouldn't be considered as actual evidence of canon in the other RPG games. Don't consider that as canon.
Over some of the major ones first. The Star
That's what I
Spirits,
disagree
which
about this video.
debuted as a major plot crux in the original Paper Mario, show back
Yeah,
up
Star
prominently
Spirits.
as the hosts of Mario Party 5.
Yeah, but see, Mario Party takes place in another universe separate from the main timeline. Like the main timeline is just, for example, Mono Earth 1, which is where all the mainline games, not the spin-offs. The spin-offs take place in Earth 2, where like you can have as much shenanigans as possible. Mario Party 1 through 12 or whatever crap, and Mario Kart can take place in that universe. Like, it doesn't make any sense for it to be in the mainline series. Eventually I can, but the spin-offs would have to take place in the future or something like that.
A memorable King Goomba boss character from Paper Mario, later reappears in the DS remake of Super Mario.
Again, this would also just assume that this King Goomba, sorry, I haven't played Mario Party in a good while. The Super Mario Nintendo DS, Super Mario 64 DS, they're obviously just different variants. Like this one is obviously the mainline version of King Goomba for Paper Mario.
Mario 4, as was in Mario Kart. The Dry Desert, or more specifically the
he's obviously just from another Earth or something.
Paper Mario have resurfaced time and time again as a racing course in various Mario Kart games.
It's obviously just because fans like the kart.
Ripped straight out of Paper Mario, and you get the idea.
Yeah, and again, it's just a background that Nintendo created. It's not supposed to make a reference to the actual canon.
Could be hand-waved away as merely coincidence or artistic choices. I mean, Bowser's Castle.
It's not really coincidence. It's just there for like. It's just there for like aesthetic in a way. It's not. You don't take that seriously. It's just a background thing,
right?
For aesthetic purposes.
How about the Toadette trophy from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which explicitly lists her as having.
Okay, bro, it's not that deep. A girl who's adored as a star among the toads. She looks much like other toads, but her pink head and mushroom-themed accessories land her an undeniable charm. She first appeared as a hidden character in Mario Kart Double Dash. With the Golden Dash mushroom, she could perform consistent boost to it's in a way ahead of the field distance in a field. Mario Kart Double Dash and Paper Mario 1000 Year. They both appeared in different realities. Again, they're obviously different variants of the same character. Like the main character Toadette is different from the paper version of her.
Appeared in Mario Kart Double Dash and Paper Mario the 1000 Year Door, implying that Toadette and Paper Toadette are probably the same person. And we're focusing a lot on examples from Paper Mario, but how about one of the most blatant examples, being the Blocks of Nostalgia exhibit in the Woohoo University?
Yeah, this is another thing I disagree with.
Saga. This room is literally stated in-game to be a collection of blocks that have featured in Mario's past adventures. And
again, it's obviously Nintendo putting their like an outside influence, putting this in their game just for people to like sort of just like feel the series again. It obviously just a reference point, like, oh, look at this, it's from the previous games. It has nothing to do with the main canon or have any association to like the narrative or something. In canon, Mario never came across this, or Luigi.
A block from Paper Mario itself, seemingly linking all of the Marios definitively as one singular entity.
Nope.
And just to get the original Super Mario RPG linked in as well, Superstar Saga, at least the original Game Boy Advance release, featured a very prominent cameo.
Again, it's just a cameo, an Easter egg, but you don't take it seriously.
Removed in the remake, but we can assume that's because Square owns the rights to Geno and not for reasons relating to continuity. And if all
is Geno even canon though? Like, even though he's technically a part of like Mario canon, is Geno really canon if it's owned by another property?
Wasn't enough to establish all of these Marios as a singular. Let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
There are multiple links, but is it always the same Mario?
So there you have.
Yeah, see, look, even I would have to agree if the creator says it's the same. There's no doubt about it. When the official creator, that if Mario's like the same Mario from all timelines, then it's the same Mario. But you can't ignore all the inconsistencies. Like Miyamoto himself was never a story or narrative person, and he just ditches that. Oh, you also have the guy that sorry, I've ditched his name. He also makes The Legend of Zelda. He's part of it. He's like the CEO, I think, currently of it. I don't know. I don't follow too much into business, but he doesn't follow much up on the story though as well. I don't know. Zelda's complicated. That's a whole that I'm not going to go into. But if the creator says that Mario is considered canon, then that's a whole bloody rabbit hole to go through, bro.
That about settles it, right? I mean, you heard it yourself. Mario is Mario is Mario. It's all Mario. It's a done deal.
Yeah, Mario's Mario.
Nothing more.
It's all Mario.
I guess it wasn't even really that.
But I don't even think Shigeru Miyamoto. I'm so sorry, Dad. I really am, but it's not possible. It does not make sense.
I don't even know what all the commotion was. Wait.
Bro was just satisfied with it. We do that. Lord Lover 85 says, "Dude, Paper Jam. I know you're not forgetting Paper Jam."
All right. Okay.
Sorry, I had to overdo that.
Mario and Luigi Paper Jam single-handedly throws a wrench in everything by being entirely centered around the idea of the real.
Even if Paper Jam didn't exist, I wouldn't even agree with Mario just being Mario. It's simple, but you need a timeline, and people and then I just love making things into a narrative. Like if it doesn't follow a considered timeline, where does it start and when does it end? God the hell, dude.
Mario characters coming into direct contact with their paper counterparts. What? The in-game explanation once again refers to a book that contains the Paper Mario universe, but this time a literal in-universe book, not just a storybook as a framing device for the audience to view the story through. It's described as a parallel universe where all of the characters and events of the quote-unquote real Mario world are mirrored perfectly within its pages, albeit in paper form. However, this gets super complicated. For one, how exactly are real-world, non-paper versions of the Mario cast supposed to achieve feats such as rolling themselves into paper tubes or folding themselves into paper airplanes? Feats that Mario would have had to do to achieve the things he does in the later Paper Mario games. While the original Paper Mario largely treats the whole
Flesh and Blood Mario couldn't do that
as merely an art style, the games increasingly make it clear over the course of the series that Paper Mario is literally a sheet of paper, doing things that would be physically impossible for anything with functioning organs to mimic in any fashion. They go so hard on the whole arts and crafts motif that by Sticker Star we're fighting enemies with literal scissors and blowing away their paper-thin bodies with what appears to be a desktop fan. There's no
I never got that.
Flesh and Blood Mario has
again, it's probably just like aesthetic purposes.
One-to-one sense. And wait, what about the blocks of nostalgia room from Superstar Saga? It said straight up that these blocks are from Mario's past adventures, including one from Paper Mario.
Yeah, again, it's obviously just like a collection of like memorabilia for people to look through. It's not part of the canon that the story is based from.
Let me get this straight. Paper Mario, who is also the same Mario from the mainline platformers, I guess, progresses, somehow becomes not paper anymore, goes through the events of all the Mario and Luigi games, and then meets another Paper Mario.
This is what happens when people think about it too much. They just want two different universes, the Strange Book universe, and then the RPG universe. A whole nother timeline exists of the main universe. We're not associated with that. The RPG universe does not exist in that main timeline. Only the RPG universe is here. The RPG universe is here, right here, and the Mario universe is the Paper Mario universe is here. That's how it works. The book always existed into that. We call that book. The book. I think it was Earth. Yeah, Earth. Mono Earth 4 -B, and then Mono Earth -A is this universe. Well, -B is this one. That's the book universe existing in this reality, which solves the dilemma in Paper Jam. Bloody hell, dude.
And if
So
Mario
this
had
whole
only been
thing,
through
it
the
makes
events of
this
Paper
entire
Mario
thing
at this
redundant,
point in
dude.
Superstar Saga, why would
Exactly.
the characters be shocked about the existence of the paper world by the time we get to Paper Jam? And that's not even addressing the blatant contradiction between two Marios ever meeting each other in any context, and Miyamoto's own statement that Mario is simply Mario. What is going on?
Yes.
Oh, wait. There's another layer.
I don't even think he was really listening, to be honest.
There's this penguin character, and yeah, I know they're technically called bumpties, but let's just keep it simple where we can, please. There's this penguin in Paper Mario 64 that tells you about how
Bumpties.
a novelist penguin
These penguins are legendary,
the
dude.
game is going to write all about your adventures in a book that he's going to call Paper Mario. And on its face, especially at the time this game released, it seemed like this is more of just a fun nod to the storybook presentation of the game, at least.
Okay, see now he's making a nod to outside influences, and then he puts the room of nostalgia as part of canon. I'm like, what are you talking about with that bit?
But isn't it kind of odd that the book would be called Paper Mario? Like, if this is all a storybook, we're seeing it as paper.
I mean, it's just got to be an in-universe thing.
Presumably recounting events that really happened.
And no, because that means that guy that he just referenced, that little penguin dude, would exist outside of the universe as well, like in the RPG universe as well. So he would have to write that book outside of the Paper Mario book. We saw that Huey managed to breach the book somehow and then get into the real Mario universe. I don't know how the hell he did that, but he did. And he created the events of Bowser's Fury.
Mario. So the book be called Paper Mario.
Mario.
This line would almost make more sense if it was said by a random character in a normal Mario game. Like if a Toad in Mario 64 just remarked that he was going to write a book about Mario called Paper Mario. I'm being pedantic at this point, and either way, it would mostly just function as sort of a fourth wall breaking style nod. But it did get me thinking deeper. Maybe this is intentional and actually does explain the existence of a second.
Yeah, it's not that deep, homie.
Remember,
there's no two Paper Marios, bro.
Is confirmed to have been Paper Mario in the past. So perhaps the second Mario he eventually meets.
It doesn't make sense then, because then you've got Origami King that takes place after Paper Jam, I think. So that means bloody if Mario existed all as one timeline, that means that Mario's constantly shifting back from Super Mario Bros. Wonder to Origami King, or like Origami King to Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Bro, it's constantly coming out of that book like it's just nothing, bro.
From the book Mario, from the game Paper Mario, and the Paper Mario from the later Paper Mario games that genuinely acts like a piece of actual paper is the only one that's
dude, this is too deep now, honestly. We're going too deep in, bro.
A story that happened to the real world Mario, merely presented to us, the audience, in a storybook style. Books within books.
We're too deep in.
Within Mario.
We're too deep, guys.
Luigi's within Bowser's. It's out of control. But no, none of this works either, because we have direct confirmation that all of the Paper Marios from the various different Paper Mario games are in fact the same Mario at least. Namely, in the intro of Super Paper Mario, you can see framed pictures of the partner characters from the previous two Paper Mario games inside of Mario's house. And if that wasn't enough, Origami King featured plain sight portraits of Peach's depiction from each and every one of the previous Paper Mario games right here on this wall. So the Inception-like book within a book explanation for all of this doesn't really hold much weight. And we're back to the point of none of this making much sense at all. Especially when you consider, again, that there is absolutely no reconciling this with this in any way that I can make heads.
I don't know. We just have to ignore what Miyamoto said. It doesn't make any sense.
Like we discussed earlier, so many.
I don't even think whatever he said holded much weight.
Into the mainstream Mario verse that discounting them entirely seems impossible. I mean, arguably, Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario 64 are responsible for cementing a lot of the broader characterizations of the Mario cast that have stuck ever since. At least
I think they mixed up the narrative as well.
The oddball that's stuck in Mario's shadow, an over-the-top goofy depiction of Bowser. I mean, hell, Paper Mario 64 is commonly cited by fans as one of the best and most fleshed out depictions of Princess Peach in any Mario game ever. Still to this day. And I would tend to agree. I would go even further and say that the entirety of Paper Mario 64 is the best traditional Mario versus Bowser story ever told. And it doesn't end there. Cackletta and especially Fawful from Superstar Saga are some of the best written villains in any RPG, let alone Mario ones. And stuff like the Shroobs tie in nicely with the alien themes I elaborated on in my Mario map. Mushroom
we will react to that as well.
So
that's going to be a long ass video, dude.
Force known as Vim from Toads in a weird lab? Yeah, sign me up. But as much as I enjoy all of these elements, and as cool as a lot of the fan theories are that purport to correctly canonize everything neatly are, seriously, check out this one in particular from Sean D. Walsh. This timeline is absolutely insane. It's one of the coolest fan efforts I've ever seen.
Oh no, yeah, that's cool, but like you can't put everything into a timeline, dude.
That there just is no right answer. As unsatisfying as that may be, the good news is that this leaves it all open to interpretation. In my headcanon, Paper Mario 64 is definitely a real Mario story. And in your headcanon, maybe all of these games really happened. It's really up to you.
Okay, his headcanon is completely different to mine. It's plain and simple. Like, my headcanon, they take place in two different universes. The Super Mario RPG games, the Mario spin-offs, and the Paper Mario series has nothing to do with the mainline Mario games. Simple as that.
Moto himself can't keep the story straight. I think we can all cut ourselves some
Bro was
slack
never
and just
part of the
ignore
narrative
parts that
anyways.
don't make sense to us individually.
He just
no
creates
giant
games for the
scissors in
sake
my
of creating
mind,
games.
personally. But while one true canon may elude us, if we're taking things more lightheartedly, the possibilities are
A true
truly
canon
endless.
could never
And that's
work.
exactly
It just
what I'm
doesn't
gonna
make any
dive
sense.
into when we get back to the version Mario map. But until then, I'm back seaside.
Oh my god, the Mario map. He's gonna show us the timeline. Yeah, go subscribe to Sakurai. That's pretty much the most of the video today. Yeah, but if he wants me to take down this video, I will. But I just wanted to give my point of view on his video. So I'm going to subscribe to him. He's an absolute legend. I can't wait for his videos. So make sure you turn that bell icon on for his channel, like his videos. Give him some watch hours. He deserves it. In fact, he deserves more than 1K subscribe. 1K likes, bro. He needs more. If he doesn't get more, I will come find you. In fact, he needs more subscribers as well. But if you like my content, please like, subscribe, give me some watch hours, and just do all that good stuff. Make sure you comment down what you like. What are your opinions on like Mario just being like all one whole universe? Do you disagree with it or do you agree with it? That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, my Dennis. Bye bye.